Welcome to NotWorking Unfiltered, the show where we take everyday conversations, bitches, and complaints, and we try to dig a little
Bedroom
deeper.
talk.
I'm Leslie.
And I'm Jordan. Today's topic is one that can actually. It can start an argument in the office, at home, or even on the first date. We are talking about chivalry, sexism, and where the line is.
That's such an old word. Now, what makes this, weird is just because if someone's opening the door for you, is that respectful? Are they being sexist? You know, is someone being seen outdated because they always want to pay the bill?
I mean, anybody
When
can pay
one
a bill, it's
person
fine.
appreciates a comment, the other one's like, "Oh, they're giving me the ick. They're a little uncomfortable." So who's right?
I mean, there's
The
a line between
chivalry,
the ick and being respectful
a
and
lot of people say
chivalrous,
that
I guess.
chivalry is disappearing,
Dead. They
but
say it's
I
dead.
don't know if that is or not, or if it's just something that is happening because it's today's world. So this is what we're going to talk about today.
We're also going to talk about workplace dating, harassment, power dynamics, and whether people have become more respectful or just more afraid of saying the wrong thing. This isn't about telling you what to think. It's about asking questions, looking at the facts, and having a conversation. So let's get into it.
All right. So, Jordan, let's keep this simple, okay? When
Oh,
somebody says the word chivalry, I think I said it correct. That's a hard word, like charcuterie.
oh
Did I say it right?
charcuterie,
Charcuterie. All right. So,
chivalry.
back to this. Let's keep it simple. Chivalry.
Sure.
Chivalry.
Chivalry.
Chivalry. Whatever. I'm a
Exactly.
Panamanian. I don't know. You know the word I'm trying to
You're more
say.
American than that.
When
But
that word is said to you, what's the first thing that comes to mind to you?
I do think it is a very outdated word. But besides that, it's I mean, I guess you could say a man like being kind to a woman as far as like opening their door, pulling out their chair, carrying something heavy for them, um, walking on the outside of the, sidewalk so they don't get hit by a car, or making sure that they, don't step in a puddle, stuff like that. I know that's like the basics of the norms of chivalry, at least back in
Okay.
the 60s, it seems like
Got
50s.
it.
I don't know. It is very old and outdated sounding to me. I think it's a little bit more than that, or it's just I don't know. It's just more, I think, of like a respect thing or like a kindness thing. Not even like just a man for a woman. It should just be a kindness thing. So that's where I
Got it.
think it is outdated. Um, it's just my opinion.
I do think most people would agree with you, but this is where I want to make it a little interesting for you.
Mm,
Okay. You mentioned opening doors. You mentioned pulling out a chair. You mentioned walking on the outside of the road. But what if a man only does these things only and only for women? No one else, just a woman. Is that sexist? Is that respectful? Now, before you start thinking the hamster moves the wheel and the answer comes, let me give you the definition of sexism,
okay, yeah,
okay?
please do.
Because this is what we're trying to find out the difference between chivalry and sexism.
Okay,
So, sexism is prejudice, stereotyping, or discrimination against a person based on their sex or gender. It often involves treating someone differently because they are male or female rather than because of their individual abilities or actions.
that is a lot of words for you to.
It is, but I read it pretty good. That is the definition of sexism.
Okay.
Okay. Now, would chivalry,
Mm-hmm.
if it's only done for women,
Mm-hmm.
would some women or yourself
Mm-hmm.
think of it as sexism? Like, oh, you're not letting me, you don't think I'm woman enough, you don't think I'm man enough, type deal.
You don't think that I'm woman enough to want to walk on the edge of a sidewalk so I can get hit by a car? I mean, I think those things are very if somebody is gonna take that as sexism, I think they're reaching. I think they're looking for an excuse to 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 cry sexism or to say, "Oh, well, you think less of me and you think you're better than me and you." First of all, nobody is requiring you to accept those things. If you don't want somebody to hold your door or pull out your chair or nobody's making you have to accept those things. So if you don't agree with it or if it's just not something that you feel or you're into or you want to accept, then don't accept it. It's kind of rude. If you can't just say thank you and somebody's holding
Okay.
your door open, just those
Okay.
little things are rude. Now, if you're getting in deeper into it, then you start walking a line there. But just the basic things, I think no.
Okay. But should a person think of more of what the intent is than to how a person feels when it's done to them?
I I mean that's going to depend. Like I don't know. I mean, if somebody's holding your door open for you as a woman and then makes a disrespectful comment as you're walking through it, like say about, you know, your appearance in a bad way or like, "Oh, you got a fat ass," or whatever that is. "Oh, I just wanted to hold the door so I could see you walk through it." Then, yeah, I mean, unless it's your husband and you're like, "Okay, whatever." But then that's when you're pushing it.
Okay. So before we get really deep into these thoughts and deep into these answers, because I think you're just skimming through it. And you know me, I like getting to, all right, in a minute, I'm going to start throwing some really good examples to
Okay.
you. And then I may be like, all right, so basically, it's just how you see it type deal. So let me throw some numbers at you, okay?
Uh-huh.
In 2025, there was a national survey that 52% of American workers said they were currently involved in a workplace romance or have been involved in one before.
So we've moved outside of chivalry?
So, what?
We've moved on from chivalry?
We're getting to chivalry
But
and a
now we're adding,
sexism and a
like
second
now we're adding
sexism.
in, like,
W-
workplace
I'm trying to show you different
things.
things because how chivalry that a lot of women are saying is going away, right?
Uh-huh.
Why it's probably going away. So I'm trying to make a point here. Watch, 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 watch.
Okay.
Right. So 52% of Americans said that they've dated someone at work or have been in it. Right.
Okay.
Correct. Now, this is the thing. So workplace dating is not rare. It's pretty common, actually, is
Pretty
from what I'm
common.
thinking. What do you think about that? More than half the people that work together are basically dating.
I mean, that's where you find a lot of your friends, the thing is, like, it's different if you're dating a coworker versus dating your boss.
Okay.
I think those are 2 different things. A superior I guess you'd have to there's a lot of gray area in there. That's the thing. I
Ooh.
mean, if you're there for at least 8 hours a day typically, 5 days a week on average, like, that's a big part of your life. So
Mhm.
to not build friendships out of that, at least in our experience being middle-aged people.
Well, we can't use our experience because 'cause we're
No,
married
no, I'm
and we
not talking
work
about us.
together.
I'm not
We're
talking
part of
about
that
us.
52%.
Shut your mouth. I'm not talking about us specifically.
Damn.
I'm talking about in our experiences with work, not
Yeah.
together, just in our work life, like, history. That's a lot of your time, and so that impacts your life that you build friendships out of that
Yeah.
before. Nowadays, nobody talks to anybody. I mean, I don't know, we don't work in a typical workplace anymore, so that could be a little bit different, but, I mean, they date. It's hard not to when you see these people all day long and then half
Okay.
the time they hang out with them after that.
All right. Good answer. Good answer. Now let me give you another set of numbers. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is according to the EEOC. Please don't ask me what it stands for because I don't know. I'm figure is equal opportunity something employer.
Mm,
In Florida, averages nearly 7,000 workplace discrimination complaints each year. This is just Florida, right? Now, that means that it's about 19 every day,
uh-huh.
right? Now, I'm not saying that that is sex discrimination, that is race, age. It's just discrimination as a whole. All kinds of stuff. We're not talking about it's just this kind of things, right?
Mhm.
But what these numbers are telling me is that people do feel that in certain workplaces or in certain environments, they are being treated differently
Mhm.
for whatever reason. Now, the study also shows that 90% of individuals that feel this way don't report it. So let's say the number is, you know, 10,000. 90% of those individuals are not going to report it because who knows why.
Why
Now,
mhm.
why do you feel that most people won't report it if they're feeling this way? Take it, you know, like not telling a supervisor, not telling a coworker, but really making a complaint, you
Like to
know.
HR?
Well, sometimes HR is corrupted too, but
Well, that's the
sometimes
problem is that
you go to HR, you go here.
yeah.
These complaints are actually filed like a civil lawsuit type complaint.
The thing is that you don't typically just jump right to, like, a civil filing
Okay.
because there has to in order to kind of get that judgment for you, you kinda have to show a pattern, you have to show the history, you have to show, "Hey, I spoke to this person and it didn't stop, and then I went to this person and it
Yeah.
didn't stop." So it's not just like, "Oh," because if everybody went to the state or the law or whatever with one complaint or made up one complaint and then it was like, "Oh, throwing the book at that person," there's a lot of room for lying, there's a lot of room for, like, misrepresentation of what happened. So I think if they a lot of the reason that it doesn't go there is because it's either not going through the channels or they've tried the channels and they are discouraged because they don't think that, well, if this hasn't worked and they're not even caring about it,
Mhm.
why is somebody else going to care about it? So then they don't report it, which not with just, sexual harassment and stuff like that. I mean, not just in the workplace, but everywhere.
It's
So
called sexism, not sexual harassment.
no,
Sexism.
it's not.
Sexism is a discrimination for whatever. So let's talk about dating in the workplace. Okay. Do you think coworkers should date?
Should they? Probably not. Will they? Absolutely.
Okay. Should bosses date their subordinates?
No,
Well, you just said coworkers should or they will. Why is there a double standard with the bosses?
it's not a double standard. I still don't think that they should date. I'm just saying, do they? Yes. Should they? No. Because then you're mixing your work and your personal life, and that is always messy. Should somebody that's in a position of power or influence over somebody else be dating that person? No. For reasons for the boss and reasons for the subordinate, because if other people learn of the subordinates, the lower person's relationship with the boss, then whatever work that they do is always going to be seen as, oh, well, you got credit because you're dating the boss, or you got a promotion because you're dating the boss. So their their merits don't matter because of the person that they're
But
dating.
movies show that there's always a happy ending at the end when the boss is
Well,
dating
that's
someone
why movies are
else. Or
not real,
movies.
are fiction. Yeah.
I'm just saying, maybe people get this
I
kind
mean,
of
yeah,
stuff.
there are happy
I do
endings.
understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
that if you're dating somebody that, it's kind of like when I was in the military, I can't date someone that is, well, there weren't that many women, but, I did have one that was under me. I can't date them because I'm running the performance report, so I
Yeah.
could show favoritism. I could show
Or you could be, like,
whatever.
blocking them from advancements because you don't wanna be seen as showing favoritism,
Correct.
and then you're hindering them even though they may be the best person for the position or the
Okay.
raise or whatever, so it can go both ways.
All right. I got it. So that was simple. That's the work dating. That's black and white. But
I mean,
now
it's
we
not,
get
but
in the very gray area,
Uh-huh.
which is compliments. Okay.
Mhm.
Compliments it's a very gray area for me. I'm gonna tell you why, right? A girl sees another girl in a pair of nice pants or a I'm gonna use pants because I've heard this before. Where I worked, a girl told this to another girl,
Uh-huh.
and I brought it to their attention that they shouldn't be getting this. Like, this was the comment. Girl, those jeans makes your ass pop. And I'm like, whoa.
First of all, if
Now,
you said it like that, they're gonna think you're gay.
I didn't say this. It
No,
was a girl to
I'm
another
saying if you
girl.
say it to a woman like that, they're gonna first think that you're gay.
Okay. But a woman said this to another woman and she took it as a compliment, right?
Mhm.
Me, I go up to a girl and say, girl, that them jeans make your ass pop. Are they gonna take it as a compliment?
It's
Now you're not don't
it's gonna depend on the problem is it's gonna depend on if they want compliments from you or not. So it it
hmm,
gets very ugly.
here we're getting into something
Right,
good.
because there's no right answer. They're all wrong answers.
Exactly.
Because if they like you or if they want compliments from you, they're going to accept it. If they don't want compliments from you, they're going to see it as harassment. Absolutely. Now, it could be said the same for the female that said it to the female, depending on, unfortunately, their gender preference as far as, if they like
Uh,
women or like guys, it could still be seen the same way. So again, saying it woman to woman, guy to woman, whatever,
but
it's
my
just,
thing
yeah.
is, if
Is it unfair to the guy?
yeah, but what if I say like, oh my god, girl, you know what? Them jeans make your ass pop.
Okay, but what if you just said, "Oh, you're like I like your outfit."
But
That's a way to say
that
it
was not the
without being
comment that was
sexual.
said though.
Right, exactly. So you're commenting on a part of her body. You're not commenting on that the
Commenting
outfit
on the
looks
ass.
nice.
And no,
Exactly.
no, no. Let's get it straight. We're commenting on the jeans
That make the ass look good. The only way that you can know
pop.
that is if you're looking at the
They didn't say
ass.
good. They said pop.
Okay? That the only way to know that is if you're looking at the ass.
Uh, I'm just saying that was the thing. So that right there is showing me a little. Uh, it depends who says it and how it came out. So that to me is where I'm like, okay,
Again,
some
it's
guys
all a
can't say
lose-lose.
something like that, and I get it. Now
Okay, they should never say something like
let's
that.
put it this way, right? A guy comes and says, a compliment like they never say anything to you.
Mhm.
They never, ever, ever say anything. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they say, oh, wow, I like that outfit on you. And today you're wearing something a little bit more form fitting than you normally wear.
Well, that's already too far. I like that outfit
But
on you is all you need to say. Why do you need to say anything about it being form fitting?
I'm just painting a scenario.
No.
Or what about if
The
I
end of
just say,
that
oh, you look
sentence,
nice today?
that's it. Okay, thank you.
Damn.
That's how it should be. Now, if a woman now, unfortunately, there is other context. If you're gonna look me up and down and then be like, "Damn, that outfit looks good on you," you're still going back to if they want that compliment from you or not. That and it's just it's never yeah.
So it's not the intent, it's how you're taking it, basically, is what you're saying.
I mean,
Just say it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's how I feel I take it.
yeah.
Basically, because it
But then
doesn't
it's
matter
also
what
how
I
you
say.
say it. It does matter how you say it too. If you just look at somebody, like you can see their outfit,
Okay,
but if you're like up and downing them,
now we're gonna get in the good one here. All right,
I would love for you to tell me that I look good in any outfit, but you don't. So
you do. I will tell you, you look good.
no lies,
Uh,
lies.
okay, that's on lies. All right, so let's put it this way, right? Me and you are out at a restaurant
Are we
or
dating?
whatever.
No,
No,
we're
we're
coworkers.
we're just you and me. We're married right now. Our
Oh,
relationship,
okay,
right?
yeah.
We're gonna go into the chivalry part of this or the sexism part of this, right?
Uh huh.
We're going to a local restaurant, right? We're gonna give you two scenarios.
Okay.
A mom comes in, she's I don't know, okay looking with her kids and husband, whatever. I open the door
She goes in with her kids and
for
her
them.
husband.
Yeah, she goes in with kids and husbands. I open
Okay.
the door. you know.
Okay.
Actually, let's put it this way. I don't open the door for them. Okay. I do not open the door for that person.
Did we go to the door before
Yeah, we
them?
did. We went through the door with them, but I didn't open the door to her.
Okay.
Right. Now, here comes another woman, pretty, uh, whatever you're gonna call it, but I do open the door type deal.
At the same restaurant?
Same restaurant, different day.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on that
Mm,
one?
like, how would I feel about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might
I
have
happen to
something
be
to say.
closer to the door on that one than on the first one. That's my excuse as to why I was able to open one door and not the other. Or my excuse is that
Her
lady has a
husband's there.
husband,
Yeah.
you know, you know what I
But
mean?
why can't you hold the door open for a guy too, is what I would say.
And that's what I mean. It's that kind of stuff. It's like, well, I'll hold the door open to whoever.
Yeah, I know you do.
Sometimes I feel like am I
Standing there
working today?
forever,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
exactly.
People
You
tell me
just keep on
thank
letting
you.
people in. That
I'm like,
yeah,
that
see, that
annoys
I
me,
just don't
but
like that.
that's a different damn story, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Is like to me, right? I'm Hispanic. When I go to a lot of
Oof.
events, Hispanic women love hugging and giving me a kiss on the cheek, and vice versa, right? Is that too much? Is that chivalrous? Is that sexism? I back away from everyone. You know, I try not to give hugs, kisses. No, I barely even give handshakes because I don't know where your hands been. Um, oh,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
getting sick because
choking
I'm
because
probably
he
lying. No, but I try not to do that kind of
you
stuff,
try not to, yeah.
not because of how it makes me feel, is more because to me, that's not a greeting. You know what I mean? That is a friendly greeting. That's
Especially in,
not
like, a
a
professional
professional type
setting.
setting meeting. You know, I
Mhm.
may shake hands, I may say hello, stuff like that. But if I'm going out for drinks and stuff like that, then yeah, maybe I'll give a little tap in the back with the air kiss type deal.
Yeah.
But when this kind of stuff happens at work, that's weird to me. So let's put it this way. I have been in a workplace where
You're the only guy.
where I am the
Oh,
only guy, first off. I am the only male. And I've been told to hire,
only women.
I'm not gonna say pretty women, but women more on how they look instead of how they're able to do the job. Okay.
Mhm.
So did I agree with that? Absolutely not.
That was even before you were the
Bec-
manager, but yeah.
but that is one of those things that I'm like, really? So you want me to just put somebody that is pretty to the eye or whatever it is you want to call it, but they may suck at their job? Really? Come on.
As long as I can speak Spanish.
You know? Yeah, they gotta speak Spanish too. But
Right, move on, yeah.
whatever. That's beside the point. What I'm talking about is some of the customers, patients, whatever you want to call them, will come in and will give hugs and kisses
To you.
to these women,
Oh, uh-huh.
you know?
The thing is, I think it's a culture thing. It is a culture thing. Where we live is very Hispanic. You will see a difference in the cultures.
There is.
We used to live in Sanford and Lake Marion. Yes, there's definitely Hispanic area out there, but coming down here was a different kind of, I wanna say, culture shock for
Oh yeah, it
me
was
when it
culture
came
shock for
to
you.
that.
To me too.
Um, when we came to live
Sorry,
here for
Kissimmee
sure.
area.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It is a culture thing. It's like a just like times have changed now a thing, but still think there is like a line of respect. But then, of course, that can be perceived differently by different people. So is it nothing is black and white,
Wh- What
unfortunately.
about what about we go to a restaurant and the waitress, it's always
Ugh, I don't like when they
let's say
call
they
him
call me
honey or
sweetie,
baby or
honey.
sweetie. I don't
Not
like
even
that.
you. Let's
That's
say me. They
no,
don't call you
I know.
nothing,
I
but they
said
say
I
that
don't
to
like
me.
when they call him, meaning you. I don't like that.
Okay. What is that? But
I'm like, I'm the one paying, first of all. So if you want to call somebody honey, baby, or sweetie, you can
what?
look at me. Because it's gonna be my debit card that goes on the table. Regardless of the fact, like
The same bank account.
oh,
What are you
now you're
talking
gonna use
about?
that shot. I think it's disrespectful. If a man and a woman come in together, you're calling them honey, baby, or sweetie. I mean, unless you're gonna address the woman first and call her like that, and then do it to the guy too, but even still, I just think that's not respectful. I
Well,
just don't.
I don't
I
see
don't
that
care if
many
it's a
guys
Southern
doing it.
thing.
I don't see guys
That's
doing
not what
that
I
ever.
said. I said, if you're gonna do it to the woman first, meaning, like a female waitress is gonna greet the woman first and say, "Hey, honey," and then say it back and then say it to you, "Hey, honey," like to both of us, but say it to the woman first
Yeah.
to make me understand, okay, she says it to everybody. It's a little more understandable, but I just don't think it's respectful at all. I don't the Southern thing or whatever, that's what ma'am and miss and mister and sir are for. That's the Southern thing, right?
Now,
That's how they were raised?
what I was saying is that male servers don't normally say that kind of stuff.
I know, and I wasn't talking about
Uh,
male servers.
and I'm just talking about the
Oh, there
servers.
are plenty of
Yeah.
male servers that call women
Hun,
"hun"
sweetie,
or yeah. "Sweetie" is, I think, the big thing for guys.
yeah, you know, babe,
Women call guys
honey, sugar
"baby,"
dumpling, honey bun.
"mi amor." Like, I'm
Ooh.
sorry, but that is not your love, that's mine, so that should never come out of your mouth. That's just not appropriate.
All right,
I'm sorry.
so that's those kind of things, right?
"Oh, it's
So
just our culture." Yeah, nope, I don't have to, be okay with it. I don't have to approve of it. I don't have to be no, no.
so there you guys go. There, that goes into the sexism part. All right, so let's put it this
That's just
way:
disrespectful.
if a person, if
Now
you're,
if it
let's say you're at work, okay, let's go to another work scenario. You're
yeah,
at work now. Now you work for one of these delivery places like the UPS or whoever those are. I'm
mhm.
just using UPS. Let's say that every time there is a package that looks heavy, doesn't mean that it's heavy, but looks heavy, your boss is always carrying it for you.
Well, then you shouldn't have that job. I mean, when it comes to something like that where it's like part of your job, no, nobody should be carrying that stuff for you because that's lifting stuff like that on a constant is part of your
But
job.
what if you're able to do it and your boss just doesn't let you do it? I'm not saying you in particular. I'm saying
I'm not saying
if
me
you work there
either.
and you are able to lift
I'm
because
saying if you're working for a company where your job is picking up boxes, it's your job. So nobody
yeah,
should be doing it for you. If it's a job where that's just not something that's done often and it's heavy and they offer, that's fine. But if it's literally UPS, Amazon, any of those where picking up packages is just part of your job,
okay.
then it is part of your job. Should a boss be doing it for you on a regular basis? Absolutely not. Now, if it's something that's extremely heavy and it's out of the norm weight or whatever, and they see you struggling and they offer, I mean, that's just being polite. Now,
Okay.
if they go out of their way to wanna carry everything for you, no.
So
That's just not necessary.
so let me explain what I'm trying to tell you here because this happened actually to me in 1997. Yep, I remember exactly when
Okay.
because
But where did you work?
I was in the military, right?
Okay.
I was in the military. We had the first female that was in our little section.
Mhm.
It was only men. This is the first female we had that did what we did. So we changed in the nose of the plane a receiver transmitter that weighs 80 pounds. Okay. It's in a little tiny ass hole. We got to go up, pull it out. You can only lift it about 3 inches before you pull it. If you lift 4 inches, it doesn't come out. It was a pain in the ass.
Mhm.
Right. So this girl had been there maybe 6 months. Right.
Okay.
She can never pull that out of there. Everybody complained about it that she can't do this, she can't do that. So then one day I had to work with her, right? Now, because I knew that she can't do it, I was like, you know what? I'll do it. Get out the way. I got yelled at.
By her?
No, I wish it was by her because then I would have been like, go lift your damn thing then.
Right.
I got yelled at by my boss because my boss said this: if she is doing this job, she should be able to do the job that she's supposed to do. You are taking away her power or what I don't remember the word he used. You're taking away from her the right of being able to do her job on her own. Because if we're not there, she's gonna have to be able to do it.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I mean by I'm not saying that a boss is doing things because they're trying to be nice, but when you realize that a boss is doing things to you, like at UPS or something like that, that is not letting you do your job because they think you're a woman and you can't carry that because one time you couldn't do it for whatever reason. Maybe you're on your period and whatever,
Oh
and you weren't
god.
able to lift a 50-pound box.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you tweaked your back and you weren't able to do it, but now you're not able to your boss has taken away that ability of you doing your job and you could get fired. So this is some of the things that I learned 2 years in the military that I said, "Okay, if somebody wants to do this kind of job, I have to let them do it until they ask me for help. I cannot just offer help, whether it's a man or a woman, because I wasn't offering my help to men because I was a man, man up, do it. But I was doing it to women.
Mm,
That's when I learned that what I guess what sexism is because I was being nicer to a woman because she couldn't do the job at the moment, you know,
mhm.
instead of me teaching them, hey, this is what you need to do for you to be able to do it on your own. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say it's like, oh, well, if it's, I could care less. When when does a person know that line is drawn when somebody is like just doing things
If she had
because
told you, "No,
of
I
who
got
you
it,"
are,
then you just let her get it.
you know?
Now, I know you, so do I think that you did it just because it was gonna take her longer and you just didn't wanna wait?
Hell yeah.
Exactly, and so that's what you should have told your boss. Be like, "I don't care who she is, she's taking longer to do it, and I just didn't wanna wait."
Well, this is what I
Although
was
you
told.
you would do
Well,
the
she
same
got to
thing for a
do it.
guy,
She signed up to do it. Let her do it.
then you gotta let her do it. So you
So I
made
was
the
like,
mistake,
okay.
yes. I mean, yeah, you
So
did it to try to be nice, but more importantly, you probably did it because you didn't wanna wait for her.
but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Nowadays, a lot of people say why I am the way that I am.
Mm.
I'm like, well, whatever. I'm like, I don't want to piss you off or I don't want to take away your legs or whatever. Most people want to feel that they're able to do the things. Like, if you want to pay for the meal, pay for the meal. I don't care. I'm like, 9 times out of
Well, I'd love
10,
for you
whenever
to
you
do that
give
at
the
a
debit
restaurant.
card, they think it's me. Thank God that you got a man's name.
And you have a woman's?
And I do, but that's besides the
Exactly.
point. But what I mean by this is like it's a very thin line when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So I think a lot of these things, like when they set a lot of things on reported, I don't think I think the main reason why they're not reported, and somebody can tell me this is incorrect, if they've had this happen to them. I think it's because of the perception of how it was perceived by the person receiving the benefit.
I think it's also the tone with which the person who's offering
Oh yeah.
offers. Absolutely. Be like, like if you were like,
Like everybody tells me I'm an asshole,
"Yes,
but the thing is how I say things to people.
right." It's exactly. It's the tone that you say it in or
And
the
people still think I'm
attitude that
funny.
you say it in. Well,
I'm
they don't
like
live with you.
I'm like, "You're an idiot." And they're like, "Ha, ha, ha. Oh, that's just Leslie." I'm
Yeah.
like, no, uh, you know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's the stuff.
It's
I
both how it's
think
perceived and then how it's delivered.
okay.
So,
Now, other things you were probably there where I feel that chivalry is missing is the texting, right? Um, would you, if we're not dating, would you, if I text you, "Hey, I'm outside," are you just gonna walk outside the door?
I mean, nowadays, that is what people do. Yeah, I mean, that part of chivalry
I'm
is
saying
definitely dead.
first or second date. I'm not saying that we've been dating for
Well, you said
3
if
years.
we weren't dating, but anyway.
But let's say if it was at the beginning, first second date, and I text you, "Hey, I'm outside." Are you gonna come outside?
I am, but that also means that you're probably not gonna open my door or anything like that. So,
Bingo.
like, that's the thing is the kids nowadays or young adults nowadays, they just didn't grow up the way that we grew up with it. Like, I'm trying to remember, though, if, like, any time that I would go on even when I was younger, though, like dates. I mean, I guess they did come
Yeah.
to the door, but then, of course, that's also so they could, like, meet the parents and talk to them, and when you're our age, it's different, but still, I mean, now yeah, it's just like texting, "Hey, I'm outside." "Okay, cool, well, I'm inside." Like,
Come knock on the door.
"Come and
Come
greet
get
me and
me.
say
Walk
hello,
me.
walk me to the door." Like, that's part of conversation, right? So, like, just like, "Oh, and he walked me to my door, and then we had a kiss," and, that's kind of how all that
That's a
leads up where
movie.
you can say that's exactly, but that's also real life.
That is. That is. But that's what I mean. It's like the reason I want to talk about this is because one, I watched the movie clip about a professor asking a young man, "Hey, why are you sitting down when the young lady is standing there?" Of course, he was an older professor, and
Mm,
she says, "Well, I don't want to sit down." Well, whatever, whatever. So she started saying, "Well, that's sexist. That's this. That's that." So I think it's sometimes the extremes of people, um, and like you said, it's how people receive the message, whether the message is going to be chivalrous or sexist. Because if I go to, let's say I work at, I don't want to say I work at Hooters, but let's say I work at Hooters and I open the door for every Hooters girl every single day.
mhm.
Am I being polite or am I being sexist towards them? There's certain things that people are like, okay, well, why aren't you letting me do this?
Mhm.
When it's something that a person is able
If
to
somebody
do.
tells you, "Hey, no, I got it," or "I'm waiting for somebody, thank you, though." Like, "Okay, cool," like, I'll close the door. But I don't think that holding it now if you're only holding the door open for women and you can't bother to open the door for a guy that's walking in right behind you, I mean, is that sexist, though? I mean, I don't know because I'm sure guys back then didn't hold it for other guys. And nowadays, I
That
just
it
think
did.
it's respect well, I don't know,
I had
I
to.
didn't live back then. But
I'm that old.
So then if you're only gonna hold it open for women, if you're only holding it open for certain women, then yes. If you're
Being a
holding it
creeper.
open for everybody, then that's not sexist. Now, if somebody doesn't want you to hold the door open for them, but they don't bother to say anything, well, how the hell are you supposed to know? You were just trying to be respectful or be nice by holding the door. Like, oh, let me just close the door right behind me and make you. Then you're going to look at them and be like, bro, I'm right here. Like, why you can just hold the door?
Yeah. Well,
And
also
then
some
it's
of the
the thing
things.
not saying thank you if somebody does hold the door and you walk through it. Thank you. How hard is it to say thank you?
That's a different conversation about the people.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
that'll
different.
be on one of our shows. How fucking social media and the phone is letting you not learn how to speak to people. It's so weird. But so basically, who do you think has more of a
I
hard
think
time
women have a harder time accepting
accepting compliments that don't mean that they are creepy from a person?
I mean, there's just different factors. It depends on the setting. It depends on the way that somebody's saying it. It depends on I mean,
Okay. So let's put it this way, right? Um, you're at a doctor's office, right?
mhm.
And the doctor is always touching your low back,
What kind of a
or
doctor are they?
who knows, whatever.
I mean,
Like,
if there's no reason for you to be touching my back, don't then it's
I'm just saying, the
inappropriate.
doctor touches your back. They're not doing an exam. They're not doing anything. They're just saying goodbye to you, basically. They're just saying goodbye. Should they touch your lower back?
No.
Would you take that as a compliment? Would you take that
But what are you
as a,
complimenting? Yeah,
I don't
no.
know, would you
It's
take that
that
as,
doesn't
"Oh my
yeah.
god, the doctor brought me all the way to check out," and they kinda, like, give
I
you
could
that
do
pat on
this.
the back,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
This?
No, not
N
pat on the back? Not a good game?
not anywhere near my butt crack. No.
Okay, got
Like,
it. But that's the thing, is like, there's certain things that some people are like that, like, uh,
I don't know.
huggers and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a hugger, you know? I don't like people
You could
coming.
go in and be like, "Hey."
Yeah,
That's fine, but if you're doing more than that to somebody that you don't have a personal relationship with where that's appropriate, It's not appropriate.
Okay. Got it. Got it. So,
M
all right, you
man to
talked
man,
about
man to woman to woman, whatever.
should men stand up when women walk into a room?
Not for what?
I don't
I
know.
don't
That
ever
was back in
know
the day.
right, I
Every
don't ever
man would
know
get up,
why they did it. Was it done as a sign of respect? Was it done as I mean, I don't understand that one. That one doesn't make sense to me.
but that was a thing.
Like, I
Or
know
you
you
would get
stand
up.
for a judge when they walk into the room, but why does a man have to stand for a woman? I don't understand that. So, to
Listen,
me, no, I don't understand that
what
one.
do you know about standing in front of a judge? We'll
Because
talk
I
about
watch
that
judge
later,
shows all the
guys.
time, and that's what you have to do in
That's
court.
something we'll talk about later. Why Jordan stands in front of a judge.
Jordan doesn't stand in front of any judges. I watch a
Yeah.
lot of shows.
So, what is your final take on this subject of the double standard when it comes to chivalry and sexism?
My final take. I mean,
There's a double standard. I feel
that's
there's
not
a
what I
double
said.
standard
I
all the
said
time.
my final take. Well, that's very I don't we don't have enough time for that.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a chivalry thing. I think it's just a respect thing and it's a mutual respect thing. But there's a tone in with which to just compliment somebody or be nice to somebody, and then there's another tone that is offensive or disrespectful. And but on the other side, if the person receiving it is gonna be disrespectful just receiving a simple compliment or you can't say thank you to open a friggin' door, I mean, I just don't know.
Okay.
I think it just is both things, and it's about people respecting people, whether it be sexually, whether it be mm, just trying to be nice. I
Okay.
just nowadays people are so rude and like inconsiderate and don't know how to be in public.
So there you have it. That is Jordan's final take on this.
What's your take on it?
You guys don't want to hear my take?
Yes, that's why we're here. What's your
All
take
right,
on it?
fantastic. Let's hear this take. So my take is this. If you're a good looking person and you give out a compliment, people receive it better than if you're an ugly person. Reason being, if you're a good looking person, people feel, oh, they want me. Oh, yeah, I'll take it from them. But if you're an ugly person, oh no, they're a creeper, they're this. Whether you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter. When a when what is considered an ugly person in society gives out a compliment, the other person may not take it as a compliment
Okay, but what
or
about
as a
holding the
thing.
door for somebody? What does that have to do with
I'm
anything?
just saying, watch, hold on now. Hold on now.
Okay.
When it comes to holding the door, it just really is one of those things as to how the man was raised and the woman was raised. In today's world, most guys don't open doors. I don't really see it very often. If I do see it, it's usually somebody that's over the age of 40.
Mhm.
Uh, some kids just run right through the damn door, and I just want to like stick my foot and let them fall, and then somebody tell me something. Rude ass little damn children. So, but my take is it's always how it's being perceived. It's kind of like when I said the comment about the jeans on the girl. I said it three different ways. It depends how I said it, who said it, how friends of the person it is, and this and that. Now, I do understand that there's a lot of individuals that take into consideration being the boss, being the employee, utilizing things. Are there people out there that start at the bottom and screw their way up? Ab- Absolutely. That exists.
Mhm.
Are there individuals that are bosses that take advantage of individuals? Absolutely. Both exist.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's always a perception. What I tell people is if you feel that a comment is said to you and you're okay for a female or your best friend, that's whatever gender it is, you should be okay that another person says it.
No.
Now, this is the thing why I say that. Okay. If you're telling me that a person is being sexist towards you about not being able to lift this, not being able to do this. It's taking away this because of you're a female. And then all of a sudden I say, okay, go ahead, do it. And now you cannot do it. I have to make sure that I'm not doing it because you're a female. I'm doing this because I know you can't do it.
Mm.
You understand what I mean? And that what happens there is you have to let that person go or teach them how to do it.
Yeah, that's different, though. I'm gonna
Like
stop
when
you
we
right there.
worked in
That's
places,
different, though, than your best friend telling you that your jeans look good because it makes your ass look good versus some random dude that is not friends of yours to tell you the same thing. Those are 2 totally different things.
okay, so let's put it this way.
Even if a random woman also told you that, I'd be like,
You,
"Uh,
if a woman tells me that jeans make my ass look good, I'll be like, all right, thank you. If a guy tells me, I'm like, all right, thank you.
no, no,
I'm like, really?
false." You're
Nice.
gonna look at him sideways the same way that I would look at a random woman that I've never met sideways, or like somebody that I'm just not be like, "What the hell? Okay."
So let's put it this way, right? We both worked at the same office and I taught everybody how to lift patients off of a table.
Yeah.
Why did I teach you guys that?
So we wouldn't hurt ourselves.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, it was very easy for me to do it all the time,
Mhm.
right? Because I'm the only guy there and I would just do it, right? Now, if I were the one that's just saying, okay, I'm going to lift every 300-pound patient off a table,
Well, that's when we
am I
teach them
taking
how to
away from
lift
you? No,
themselves.
that's when you teach them how to lift themselves
Yeah.
or you do it so you don't get hurt.
Right.
Now, if you're not able to do it constantly, I got to let you go.
Right,
I
that's what I
can't go
said.
there and just take it upon myself. Oh yeah, she's little, she can't lift that. Nah, man, do this is how you got to do it. So that's
That
where,
also is when you have to go to your boss who told you to hire these people that can't do the job and be like, "Yeah, bro, this ain't gonna work."
but that's what I mean. The sexist part is when you are really discriminating because you feel that, oh well, it's kind of like saying women are bad drivers. You guys are.
So are men.
I am an excellent driver.
Oh, no. Only when you're in another country where they already drive like assholes, and then you feel safe because, like, okay, you're driving also like an asshole, so that's just how it works.
It is.
Not here, no.
But that's what I mean. It's like that's where I feel. Now, I saw it firsthand in the military.
Yeah.
Yes, because of that lesson that I was taught 2 years in my military career. That's how I am with everyone. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be short, tall, fat, skinny, male, female, straight, gay. I don't care who the hell you are. If you signed up for a job, do it. I'm not helping you. I'm just going to teach you how to do it for you.
Mhm.
You know why? Because I don't want to take away the opportunity of advancement or make them feel
Yeah, because it's
whatever.
not your job and you shouldn't have to do it.
Correct. So
That's
so
fine.
that's where I feel. Now I don't give compliment to women. Hell, not because it's just not something that I normally do, right?
Mhm.
I don't go up to, oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, because that would not be respectful to me either.
Correct. So there's certain things here that people gotta learn.
You
Uh
could tell a woman, "Hey, you look nice today." But if you're not ever telling me that, but I hear you telling other people that, then that's different.
No win situation here. I told you guys.
I said
That's the
that.
thing. I'm like, there's no win. So that's what I mean. The main thing is just how it's being perceived,
Yeah.
how you deliver the message, and how it's being perceived.
Mhm.
You always have to stay professional. Heck, I was a massage therapist. I had to be 10 times more professional with women than I did with guys.
Mhm.
I can say whatever with a guy. I mean, like, all right, take your shirt off, lay down, we're good. I can't do that with a woman. Can't be like, all right, take your shirt off, go ahead and lay down. You know, that's not how it works. You got to be
Yeah.
a lot more professional. You step out, this, that. But
Right, and
that's
then
the
because
main
of that,
thing.
you know that you have to say things differently.
Well,
That's where I'm like, people just
I
have
was raised with
no.
women. That's why I learned.
Yes, that too. But it's just like people nowadays have no. There's like not that they don't have a filter, but they just don't understand men and women are 2 different people, 2 different beings. Like, you say different things to men than you say to women, or you say
Yeah.
them differently, or you don't say them, period, because it's just people are they're different. They're gonna hear things differently. You're gonna say things differently. It's just it's again just about respecting people and how you say things and how you perceive things. I don't know. It's just it's a very, very gray
All right, guys. So there
area.
you have it. This is what we talked about: chivalry and sexism. What the hell really is which? Now, if you
Still a
guys
gray area.
have a comment, complaint, gripe, something constructive, please leave it in the comments. Let us know. If you know something more than what we know, by all means, we're not experts in this. We're just going
No,
off of life experiences. We're going off of how we feel and that kind of stuff. So please leave it in the comments. Now make sure you follow all our social media at This Is Not Working Inc. Again, the handle is at This Is Not Working Inc. Right?
sure.
You got anything else?
Just be respectful.
And keep it unfiltered. Peace. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.